the 1/3 of our nation, the elect, will be saved. And guess what? The first fruits of slavery of these other heathen nations, guess what? The first people who are going to be in slavery in the kingdom of heaven is going to be preserved for slavery. See? Huh? Let's continue. Let's continue. Let's go to Luke, the book of Luke, chapter 12. The book of Luke, chapter 12, and verse 49. We're going to go straight to the point. Luke 12 and 49. I am come to send fire on earth. This red letter writing out of one Yahushua, who the world any calls Jesus Christ speaking. It's humid out here still, baby. It's still humid and on fire out here now. Luke 12 and 49. Red letter writing out of one Yahushua, who the world calls Jesus Christ speaking. I am come to send fire on the earth. And what will I if it be already kindled? So when Yahushua come back on the earth, everything gonna already be popping. Jacob's trouble gonna be in full swing. Second Numbers, the 15th and 16th chapter, gonna be in full swing. Right? Matter of fact, let's get a quick precept. Let's get a quick precept. Let's go to Second Numbers. Second Numbers, chapter 15 and verse 'Salakia. Let me get this. Second Numbers, chapter 15. And we're going to start at verse 11. Second Numbers, chapter 15 and verse 11. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm and smite Egypt with plagues as before. What is Egypt? Egypt is a code word for America or Babylon the Great. So everything that happened in ancient Egypt is going to happen right here in modern day Egypt. All the plagues of ancient Egypt going to happen right here in modern day Egypt. Matter of fact, let me finish this out. And will destroy all the land thereof. Matter of fact, let's get something. Let's go to Exodus. The book of Exodus, chapter 10. Exodus chapter 10 and verse 2. I'm going to start at verse 1. And the Lord Adonai Yahweh, Salakia. Let me get this right. Salakia, one minute. Let me get this right. Exodus 15 and 1. And the Lord Adonai Yahweh said unto Moses, or Masha in the Paleo Hebrew, go in unto Pharaoh, for I have hardened his heart and the heart of his servants, that I might show these my signs before him. So he done hardened the heart of these so-called white people. Starting with the elites of Amalek, the elite bankers, the Rothschilds, on down. He hardened their heart not to let us go. He hardened their heart to do what? To continue to oppress. And the book of Job tell you, what is this? The heritage of oppressors. I believe that. I believe that is in Job, the 20th chapter. Lord willing, we'll get that. Watch this. Exodus 10 and 1 again. And the Lord Adonai Yahweh said unto Moses, or Masha, go unto Pharaoh, for I have hardened his heart and the heart of his servants, that I might show these my signs before him. And that's about to happen again. So the whole earth is going to see the signs that happened in ancient Egypt over here today, in modern day Egypt, which is what you would call America today. That's why you have an Egyptian pyramid on the back of your dollar bill. What does Egypt mean according to the scriptures? Exodus 20 and 2, real quick. Exodus 20 and 2. I am the Lord thy power, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, the house of bondage. So Egypt is synonymous with bondage. Who has been in bondage over here in the Americas? Canada and South America. Who has been in bondage? See that? These damn devils is finished, man. Who have been in bondage over here in the Americas, Babylon the Great, in Canada, and around the world? None other than you Israelites, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, right? Matter of fact, let's get one more quick precept. Let's get one more quick precept. Let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 8. Deuteronomy chapter 8. And verse, make sure. Give me 1 second. Let me get 1 second, Salaki. My sword acting up. That's Deuteronomy chapter 8. And I believe it's around the 12th. Here it go. Deuteronomy 8 and 14. Deuteronomy chapter 8 and verse 14. Then thy heart be lifted up, and thou forgot the Lord Adonai Yahweh thy power, which brought thee forth out of the land of Egypt, from the house of bondage. So Egypt is synonymous with bondage, man. And who is the only people who've been in bondage over here in the Canadas, the North and South America? You Israelites, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You have been in bondage. And once you read the Bible and understand what? No, you're the Jew. When you say the word Jewish, you're a fake Jew. You're a fake Jew. I'm the true Jew. Jewish is ISH means pertaining to or like. So when you say the word childish, that are you truly a child? No. So you're a fake Jew. You stole my ancestry. You're not a Negro, Latino, or Native American. See, the so-called white man full of pride, man. That's why he going down smoking, man. He walked past talking about Jewish. You are an imposter, man. You are an imposter. Let's continue. Going back to Exodus 10 and 2, man. And that's why these people got to be dealt with, man. I can't wait. Matter of fact, we're going to get the scriptures on that, too. Because, matter of fact, let's get something real quick. Proverbs chapter 18. Proverbs chapter 18, Salaki. And verse. Be having so many scriptures in your head sometimes. Let's get that. Or is it? Let's get that. Because pride go before the destruction, man. So the pride of these so-called white people gonna be gone right before this destruction comes. You ain't gonna be proud to be an American here shortly, because who the world called Jesus Christ, whose true name is Yahweh Shai, coming back to put y'all in chains. Proverbs 16 and verse 18. I was in the 18th chapter. Pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. So all this proud, talking about I'm Jewish, and walking past like, hey, you ain't got a care in the world. Well, guess what? That's going to go before the destruction. See that? Verse 19, better is it to be of an humble spirit with the lowly than to divide the spoils with the proud. So all our people out here who get into the bag, that you dividing the spoils with the proud people, the so-called white man, Esau Edom, the devil that the Bible speaks of. See that? Now. Exodus 10 and 2. And that thou mayest tell in the ears of thy son and of thy son's son what things I have wrought in Egypt, and my signs which I have done among them, that ye may know that I am the Lord Adonai Yahweh. So guess what? We're gonna be able to tell all our offspring, all our children in the kingdom about what happened right here in Babylon the Great. What happened in the land of Egypt this time? Because he gonna do a marvelous work. After this, guess what? Ain't gonna be no more forgetting the true names of the Lord. Ain't gonna be no more God on the earth. Ain't gonna be no more Jesus Christ in the earth. It's gonna be Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. You're going to know the true name. All nations is going to know the true names of the Lord. Call la yala, call la yam la yaha ba shim yawashai, ba shim rakagwadah. Because if you ain't speaking in what? Let's get that real quick. What's that? Acts, the book of Acts. Let me get this. Let me get this. And then we'll go to second Nedra's. The book of Acts. Chapter 26. Acts chapter 26. And I'm going to start at, this thing moving slow tonight. Acts chapter 26. And we're going straight to the point, verse 14. Acts 26 and 14. And when we were all fallen to the earth, I heard a voice speaking unto me, saying in the Hebrew tongue, Saul, Saul, which is Paul, why persecutest thou me? It is hard for thee to kick against the pricks. That's red letter. This Yahushua saying this. And I said, who art thou, Adawan? And he said, I am Yahushua, whom thou persecutest. So guess what? If you ain't in the Hebrew tongue, let's go to Sirach. Let's go to the prelude of Ecclesiasticus. Sirach 1 and 1. Better known as Ecclesiasticus. And down towards, maybe like the third part of, because this is a long first verse. It says, for the same things uttered in Hebrew and translated into another tongue have not the same force in them. And not only these things, but the law itself and the prophets and the rest of the books have no small difference when they are spoken in their own language. So if you ain't calling on the true names of the Lord in the Hebrew tongue, which is Yahweh and Yahushua, guess what? It ain't got no power in it, man. And what do the scriptures say? Going back to Acts. Going back to Acts chapter 4 and verse 12. Acts 4 and verse 12. Neither is there salvation in any other, for there is none other name under heaven given among men whereby we must be saved. So if you ain't got the names Yahweh and Yahushua, you can't even be saved. You ain't eligible for salvation. First of all, you got to have, you have to be born with what? The true fear of the Lord. Matter of fact, let's get that real quick and then we'll go back to second Nedra's, man. Just going through the spirit. Sirach, going back to Ecclesiasticus, the first chapter. And we're going to start at verse 13. Whoso feareth the Lord Adonai Yahweh, it shall go well with him at the last. And we at the last right now. And he shall find favor in the day of his death. Yeah, and whose death? The so-called white man's. Esau Edom's death. And 2/3 of our people who clinging on to his ways. Verse 14 is the point. To fear the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and it was created with the faithful in the womb. So the fear of the Lord is created with the faithful in the womb. So you can't really even have the true names of the Lord if you ain't if you weren't created with his fear. Now, let's go to second Nedra's. Let's go to second Nedra's. Chapter 15. Second Nedra's chapter 15. And see, before that, let me get this. I'll wait on that. We'll come back to that. Second Nedra's chapter 15, and I'm starting at 11 again. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm and smite Egypt, America, with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. And when you go into, let's go 16, second Nedra's 16 and 1. Woe be unto thee, Babylon, America, and Asia. Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria. See? So that's basically going into what? The whole damn world. So them plagues coming across the whole world. That's why you see what you're seeing over there in Pakistan. All them floods. That's why you're seeing what you're seeing over there in Eastern Europe. That's with all them floods. That's why you're seeing what you're seeing out there on the West Coast. 118-degree heat. Huh? That's why you're seeing all this death, destruction of family members raising up and putting each other to death. Huh? Matter of fact, We're going to get to it. We're going to get to it. 2 Ezra 15 and 12. Egypt shall mourn. America's going to mourn. Because what you're seeing going on around the rest of the world, he's saving the worst for last. He's saving the worst for last, which is Babylon the Great. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishments that the Most High Yahweh Shem Yahushua shall bring upon it. And it's going to be, that's what you're seeing right now. That's what you're seeing right now. What's going on, bro? You already know. Straight like that. Verse 13. They that till the ground shall mourn. So you seeing farmers complaining about their crops. You seeing that happening all around the world. For their seed shall fail through the blasting of hail with a fearful constellation. Matter of fact, let's get a quick precept. Let's get a quick precept, and we're going to read that again. Haggai. Haggai, chapter 1, Salaki. Haggai, chapter 1. And start at verse 10. Therefore the heaven over you is stayed from dew. That's going into what? These droughts. Yeah. Going into these mega droughts going around the world. And the earth is stayed from her fruit. Yeah. The tiller of the ground shall mourn. And when you go into that, matter of fact, let's go real quick to Genesis. Salaki. I'm just going through the spirit. Genesis chapter 4 and verse 12. Genesis 4 and verse 12. When thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength. A fugitive and a vagabond shalt thou be in the earth. So what is that going into? That's going into Cain, man. One of the curses placed upon Cain is what? That the ground wouldn't yield forth its fruit. What is that going into? That's why you got seedless watermelons. That's why you got seedless grapes. That's why you got GMO foods. Proving what? Who the world calls the so-called white man, who is Esau Edom, his bloodline go back to Cain, man. He got the spirit of Cain. Because he said Cain will also be what? A fugitive and a vagabond on the earth. That's why the so-called white man called himself Hungarian, German, Australian, Italian. See that? And he ain't none of them. He ain't none of these things. He's an Edomite. You Esau Edom. You the Idumean in the Greek. Huh? You are the descendants of Cain. And if any nationality that you can so-called claim, you are the Greeks and the Romans. Now we going back to Haggai. Now we going back to Haggai 1 and verse 11. And I call for a drought upon the land, and upon the mountains, and upon the corn, and upon the new wine, and upon the oil, and upon that which the ground bringeth forth, and upon men, and upon cattle, and upon all the labors of the hand. What's wrong, bro?
I believe in every aspect of the religion.
So you believe in the Bible?
I believe in the Bible.
When you read the Bible, who is this talking about?
I don't believe in Catholicism.
That's good.
I don't believe in Catholic. I don't believe
That's
in,
good.
Muslim. I don't
That's good, because the Bible don't deal with none of that.
I believe in that everybody, there's something for somebody, which I hope, because I lost my parents at 17 and 37.
Okay, so what's your nationality, man?
You know what? My wife bought me one of those things that do
No, I asked you, what's your nationality? Are you a so-called white man?
You know what? I'm so-called a human being.
No, you're not a human being either.
Yes, I
When you
am.
break down the word human, what does it break down to? Hue goes into shade or color. Man goes into mankind. You're not a colored man.
Why is there to be colored? Why can't
I just gave you the definition of hue. Human, that's a compound word. Hue, going into color or shade. Man, going into the word mankind. You're not a colored man. So technically, you're not human. See?
That's
See?
your own opinion.
No, that's the truth. The word Hugo means what? What the word? Well, guess what? Your biblical nationality, you're an Esau Edom. You're an Edomite. You're going into slavery, according to the Bible.
So you're trying to sound racist.
No, what I'm trying to say is you are the wicked. You, him, and her, you are the wicked according to the Bible.
I'm trying to sound the opposite of racist.
You're the devil of the Bible precept. Do you know? Do you know what the word devil means?
What Bible are you reading?
King James 16:11 verse.
Well, I don't know about that.
Well, let me read this to you. You tell me who this is real quick. Watch this.
I'll believe it because I'll listen to you.
Job 9:24. Tell me this. Watch this. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Who runs the earth?
You didn't finish it.
Okay, I'm going to finish it for you. The earth, I'm about to finish it for you. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is it? I finished it.
Why does that mean it's a white guy?
Who runs the earth? I ask you a question. Who runs the earth? It says the earth will be given into the hand of the wicked.
It depends where you look at it.
No, whose face on the money?
You look at
Whose face on the money, sir?
Go to Korea.
Whose face is on the money?
It depends what country you're looking at.
Okay, what's the world's currency? What's the top currency on the earth?
Well, that might be the U.S. dollar.
It might, or is it? It is, man. The U.S. petrodollar, man. See, you lying, man. That's cool. And the word devil only means deceiver, man.
I don't think it will be in too long.
No, it ain't no more. You right. That's true. That's true. That's true. But for the longest, it was what? You right. You right on that. It was the U.S. dollar. Whose face on that U.S. dollar?
Different president.
No, what's their nationality? What would they be
The
considered?
United States of America.
No. See, you lying, man. You ain't being real. You ain't being. That's why I can't shake your hand, bro. No, you're not. Is it not the so-called white man face on the U.S. dollar?
Absolutely.
Okay, so that's who runs the earth, bro. That's who runs the earth,
They've
bro.
all been white.
That's who runs the earth.
There
Who went
isn't
around the
one-
earth raping, robbing, murdering, and killing?
But you know what?
I asked you a question. No, I asked you a question. Who went around the earth raping, robbing, murdering, and killing?
Okay, then I'll ask you a question.
No, you can't answer me a question. You can't answer my question when ask me one. Answer my question
I'll
first.
answer yours if you better answer mine.
Okay, now answer mine.
There was tons of white people that did the same exact thing that you just said. But guess what? Black people sold their own people into slavery.
Okay, to an extent. Okay, when you
tell
say
me-
that,
if you tell me they didn't,
well,
then you're lying.
well, guess
Then
what?
you're
Well,
lying.
guess what? I'm not African.
It
The
doesn't
Africans-
matter.
Yeah, it does matter.
It
I'm
does-
not.
it
No,
does-
it
it
does
doesn't matter.
because you got to understand this. You've been lied to. I'm not an African, bro.
I didn't say you were African.
But Africans sold who into slavery? Watch this.
They sold their own people.
No, they didn't. They sold
Yes,
these
they
people.
did.
No, they didn't. They sold these
Yes,
people
they
right
did.
here, bro. They
That's
sold
your-
Israelites.
That's your
They
belief.
sold that's the truth.
That's your belief.
No, that's the truth, bro.
That's your belief.
That's the truth, man. That's the truth.
Hey,
That's
it
the
is
truth.
what it is.
That's the truth. That's why the scriptures say, watch this.
But I wanted to shake hands and like be good.
Nah, you ain't keeping it real, bro. You ain't
I am
keeping it real. You ain't
Well,
keeping it real.
Ask me another
Who
question.
who runs the earth?
God.
Okay, that's true. Now, what nation of people run the earth on earth right now? Who is in rulership?
I'm gonna say China.
See, you ain't keeping it real, man. That's why I can't deal
Are
with
you
you.
kidding me?
No.
I guarantee you, China.
Who just died? Who just died? Who just died?
Queen
Yes.
Elizabeth
Okay.
II.
Okay. And what is she? What is her nationality?
European.
Okay, a Caucasian, right? Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, that's who runs the earth, man. That's who runs the earth. And that's why the scripture says this. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. So the wicked, according to the Bible, would be the so-called white man.
And you know what? My best friend, which is my boss, he said that bitch finally died, and he's a white man, 36 years old. He's
Okay.
like QAnon type. He hates the U.S. government.
Okay.
He said, "Find that bitch finally died."
Okay.
And I'm like, all right.
Do you agree with the text, though? The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Who runs the earth? Does the so-called white man run the
I
earth?
call it God.
Okay, he runs the earth ultimately, but who is in power on the earth right now?
You ask me, I say God.
Okay.
That's just my opinion.
Okay, bro. All right. I'm gonna leave you alone, man, so you go on about your business.
But I can't get shit.
Nah, because you ain't keep it real. You ain't keep it real.
I'm keeping it 100%.
Here you go, man. There you go.
I'll take a pound.
Yeah, you
But
got
I'm
to,
down.
man, because you ain't keeping it real.
I am.
The so-called white man runs the earth. And it says what? He covereth the face. Watch this. He said he covereth the faces of the judges thereof. How did he cover the faces? How did he cover the face of the judge? Who was this? Who was this? Is that the Messiah?
No,
I'll ask you a question, dude. Is that the Messiah?
I'll answer your question.
No, answer mine. Is that the Messiah?
I don't know.
Oh,
But you know what? The Messiah he can be a black guy.
No, he
I don't
is.
know that.
That's what he is. That's what he is.
We don't know.
Yes, sir. Well, come on back down here. He said we don't know who the Messiah is. He said he could be a black guy. Well, let's teach him that who the Messiah is.
It could be any color.
What? No. What's the word revelation mean? What's the root? What's the definition of the word revelation? Doesn't it mean to reveal? If I reveal something to you,
Yes.
I mean, if I revelate something to you, I'm revealing something to you. Watch this. Ain't that the last book of the Bible?
Yeah.
Watch this.
Revelation.
Watch this. And I'm going to deal with you. Watch this. Revelations 1.
But you
Hold
know,
on. I ain't meant, hold on. Revelations 1 and 14. His head and his hairs. Let me start at 13. And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man. Who is the Son of Man? Who you would call Jesus Christ, right?
Yes.
Okay. Clothed with a garment down to the foot. Something like this. Watch this.
Yeah.
A girt about the paps with a golden girdle. Watch this. His head and his hairs was white like wool. Who got woolly hair? What people got woolly hair?
Like sheep.
Okay, who got like sheep hair?
White people.
White people got like sheep hair? So this ain't like sheep?
No.
Nah, don't touch my shit, bro.
I'm
This
sorry.
this ain't like sheep?
Yeah, you're
Okay,
I'm
right.
sorry.
You all right? All right, you cool. His head and his hairs was white like wool, as white as snow, because his head was what?
But
Hold on, look at this. Look at this. His hair was white like wool. So
Okay.
everything was all white because he was full of wisdom. Let's finish.
I've met
Hold on, let's
ton of-
finish.
I've met a ton of
Hold on, let's
Americans
finish.
that I've been very good friends with.
Okay.
Never met one with white hair.
Okay, don't matter. His head and his hairs was white like wool, and his eyes was a flame of fire because he coming back on fire. Why? Because guess what? Your people, step back a little bit. Your people
What
did
do you
this.
mean my people?
You a so-called white man. You're an Edomite, bro.
Why is it got to be
Because that's the
racist?
who is the ultimate racist? The Lord.
Everybody.
No, the Lord is the ultimate
Yeah,
racist.
no.
Does God hate?
See, can we have a real conversation?
I am. Is God hate? I'm reading the Bible, bro.
Yeah, but can we have a real conversation?
Why do you think the Bible was taken out of schools?
Can we have a real conversation?
We are having it. Go ahead. What you got to ask me, man?
Without that.
No, see, he proving he don't want to deal with the Bible no more.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't. Go ahead.
White people are racist.
I ain't say you were white. You're not white. This is white. This is the color white. You're not white.
Black people are racist.
I'm not black. This is black. I'm not black. Have you ever seen a black person in your life?
Yeah. I
No,
have.
you haven't. No, this is black. You've never seen
You're
somebody
brown.
like this.
You're brown.
Right, and you're so-called
You know
red.
what? I would call you a brother.
Okay, but you ain't keeping it real, man. You don't want to deal
I am
with
keeping
it.
it.
You
Yes,
don't
I
wanna
will
keep-
deal with it. That's why I'm sitting here.
You
and
are,
I'm
bro,
supposed to go there.
according to the Bible, you're an Edomite. You're Esau. This is your forefather. You ever read the story of Jacob and Esau?
Nope.
Well, you need to read because you are the cursed people of the earth. That's why you're the
So I'm
only.
a curse.
Absolutely. That's why you're the only people who don't have something called what? Melanin. When you read Genesis, the 2nd chapter, the 7th verse, it said he formed God. The God formed man from what? The dust of the ground. What color is the dust, bro? It's brown. It's different shades of brown.
It depends.
It's different shades of brown, bro.
Go down to.
It'll be like a reddish brown.
Yeah, go down. Yeah, red.
Okay,
down,
reddish
go down to
brown.
Georgia, it's red.
You're not. Oh, right.
100%
A
red.
reddish brown. You're
It's
none of those.
red.
But you're not.
But,
You don't look
but
like that.
I know I don't understand what anybody's gone through in their life. I try to understand it.
And I'm trying to help you to
respect
understand.
it. I know, but you're getting mad at me.
I'm not getting mad at you. When you're reading the Bible, guess what you're reading? You're reading these people's history. So the true Jews would be who you would call the black people over here today.
I don't call
Where do you
them
get the
the-
word Jew from? Watch this. What do that say?
Guess what
You're not
I-
reading it. What
guess-
did it say?
Yeah, it says Judaism.
No, Jew.
I know, but
J-U,
guess
Jew.
what? Guess what? I don't never call them Jews.
Yeah, because they're not the true Jews. We are. Kanye West, Michael Jordan, Jay-Z, LeBron James, Floyd Mayweather are the true Jews. Who you see right here,
But
these guys right here.
name some white people
Yeah,
that have been there.
Guess
and
what?
done
You're
that.
not. Guess what? Guess what? You got to understand this. Your people made it about color. The Bible doesn't deal with color.
No.
Yeah, see,
You're
the
definitely wrong.
See, you're not keeping it real.
No, you're not keeping it real.
Who call people white, bro? Is there? We just established there's no such thing as white people, bro.
There's no such thing as white people.
Right? And who used those terms? Your
Uh,
people brung that in.
Originally did, but guess who sold
Africans.
Yes,
I'm not African, bro. I'm an
I
Israelite.
know, but
I'm an Israelite. So the Africans are these people right here, according to the Bible. See, watch this. The Egyptians would be Africans, where you'll get the term Cushites.
yeah.
See, Northern Africans would be Put. See, South Africa. I'm none of those people. We are the Israelites, man. Here go the Israelites right here. The so-called Negroes, the Jamaicans, the
I don't
Haitians.
call anybody Negro.
It don't matter. Dominicans, the Guatemalans, the Puerto Ricans, the Cubans, all the North American Indians, the Seminole Indians. All of these are the 12 tribes of Israel, man. According to the Bible. No. I'm a holy person. I'm holy, man.
This doesn't mean you ain't holy.
Yes, it does. See, this so-called white man said I could take tobacco. What does the scripture
say
tell?
White man.
I said so-called, you're not white. That horse is white over there. You're not that. The stop sign, that one-way sign is white. You're not that. You're a red
I'm a
man.
human.
You're the true red man. You are. That's where you get the term what? Redneck.
When I get called redneck,
Look.
I'll shake your hand.
No, look.
I'll shake your hand.
Look.
and I'm out.
What color are these people?
I'll shake your hand.
What color are these people?
If you don't shake my hand.
Okay, well, hey, you ain't keeping it real.
I've been keeping it real.
No,
from
you
the
ain't.
beginning. You call me a redneck?
No, I said you get the term redneck. I didn't call you a redneck. I said that's where you get the term redneck. Because your blood shows forth through your skin.
Yes. That's not where it came from.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. So when your people call the Indian man red man, like the tobacco, like the dip, you are the true red man. Because when the sun beats down on you hard, what complexion are you?
That's a redneck.